Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. We have the Steelers training camp day 5. I know I missed the past 2 days because I got the wrong schedule. I was thinking that I looked at the wrong thing. I thought they said that I don't know, on Saturday they had something. I was gonna miss Saturday because I was gone the entire day. But on Sunday I thought they didn't have anything on Sunday, but they had something on Sunday. I was like, oh man, I missed the goddamn Sunday stuff. But luckily I'm not gonna miss anything else. So we got training camp day 5. Last week we seen Quan Alexander, of course, get added to the team. I had a video about him. It was like I think a month or two ago. Quan Alexander, so the Steelers add him to the team, and they added him to the team as well. And we also seen some rookies get thrown to the fire. We had some crazy matchups. Roger Jones had to go against Alex Highsmith. We seen George Pickens go against Corey tried to go against him, against George Pickens and stuff. So we've seen some rookies get thrown through the fire a little bit and kind of say, okay, we're gonna see how you do against some of the best on the team. And they did all right. I think Barry Jones got beat a few times by Alex Highsmith and different situations. Kenny Pickett was throwing those deep balls down the field, but most of those plays probably been sacks because Alex Highsmith got in there pretty fast. So it'll take a lot more just reps and experience, and just see like the more reps and the more experience you get. Like I practice. They say practice makes perfect. I forgot who said this. I forgot, it was somebody who said this. It was somebody. It was professional. It was a professional trainer or something. He said practice make perfect, but if you practice it wrong, then you're gonna perform wrong. So he was saying like good practice make perfect. Like when you practice correctly, you're doing the techniques correctly. Like that. I like that saying. I forgot who said that. It was somebody, but I think it was in basketball or something. But you gotta keep practicing. You gotta practice the techniques correctly. You gotta keep staying out there with the veterans, learn from some of the best around the team. We've seen a lot of different guys coming in here, like some veterans from the past. We've seen the Super Bowl MVP from Super Bowl 43, Mr. Santonio Holmes, Mr. Toe Tap in the corner, out there helping guys out, helping George Pickens out, showing him some route running techniques and showing him different ways to control his body. I think you don't want to give off too much. A lot of receivers like to do that they'll run and they'll throw throwing dice, like shooting dice out like that. They'll run and do a little stop like shooting dice. You're showing a little different body controls, like techniques like that, like getting low and like studying your stuff like that. So you can like kind of like fool the defender a little bit at the control of your body. So like they watching your hips, like the cornerback gonna watch your hips, you're gonna see which way you're gonna adjust, but you can kind of throw some fakes a little bit here and there, and you have good control, good route running. Be nice. So George Pickens, he's a super athlete. We know he can go up there and he's vertical threat down the field, but him getting that extra for his route running, helping his route running ability down the field, and being that guy you can rely on every down is going to be very special. Of course, today, you're seeing more of the guys just staying in rhythm, and Kenny Pickett has been the bright spot so far, in my opinion, from the first 5 days of training camp. He has shown us that he's making the second year jump. He's playing at a good level. Last year we see in training camp, we see him making plays and stuff, but now I feel like he's more confident, he has more control of the line of scrimmage. He goes out there, he called the plays, he got those guys ready. He sees what he wants. He got more like freedom to call different plays, to call audibles if he need to. He just had more control of the line of scrimmage and like calling the pass protection formation and all that stuff, just identifying the Mike linebacker, the Will linebacker, and all that type of stuff. Kenny Pickett just looks just more confident now, and that could be due to him getting first team reps. Because first team reps he really got a few of them last year. He was sharing some with Mr. Trubisky, and then sometimes he had the second team reps, Mason Rudolph and him. All three of those guys was like kind of mixing back and forward. But this time we see Kenny Pickett, he's gonna be the bona fide starter. He's starting. There's no if and buts about it. There's no QB battle. It's him getting better and better and better. So is having him go out there and just being the guy, the full-time starter, getting the full-time first team reps, going out there and just playing like that and getting that experience to those guys is just going to help him out a lot more. And him getting experience last year was also a big-time plus. If you just look at the numbers, like most people do, you probably think that Kenny Pickett didn't play too well last year. He threw 7 touchdowns. He had 9 interceptions. He didn't really play too well. But you actually watch the games and you see the progression from the first half of the season to the second half of the season. He's a rookie still. He's a rookie. We still rebuilding that year as well. And he finished with a winning record, and he also had 4 game-winning drives, was ranked, I think, top 10 last year for quarterbacks. So he went out there and he showed you he can make the plays. And it was like it wasn't those game-winning drives where like, always just like, oh, they had the ball late and stuff. Now he's making plays to get us down there. The game-winning touchdown pass versus the Ravens. The game-winning touchdown pass versus the Raiders. He was making plays and showing you that in clutch situations when the pressure is on, he can go out there and perform at a high level. So it's always great to see a young quarterback. Quarterback position, the safety position. I like edge rushers. Probably my favorite positions, tight ends too. I like those. I like that position as well. But I love watching quarterback just progression. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of players in this league who could have been very good players, who probably could have been some of the best of the best. They just was in the wrong situation. I feel like Kenny Pickett came to the right place. I think in any other team, I don't know if he would have been able to like, I don't know, some teams, like some certain structures don't work for everybody. If he went to a team, Kenny Pickett got drafted to a team, like somebody took a chance on him a little earlier and drafted him like top 10, he went to one of those teams. I don't know if it would be still like we were saying, like, oh, he had a chance to get better and better. But since he was the Steelers, organization, Coach Tomlin's an amazing coach, amazing leader as well, who just does a very good job. And then you got all these veterans around him in the right structure, right organization, corner franchise in the NFL. You like, this guy right here can build with this team and get better and better. So it was great. Kenny Pickett came to the Steelers. That was a big plus for him. And also a big plus for us getting a guy like that who's very talented and who deep ball has gotten better too. You've seen deep ball out there and delivering it, and we've seen Calvin Austin, his first class speed, like I mentioned before. Like some guys, everybody has like different stuff. Some guys, most guys in the NFL gonna have the coach speed. You go in the airplane, you get a coach where everybody's sitting there like normal like that, just a normal ride. So everybody had coach, like they have coach speed. Calvin Austin got first class speed. The pilot is on Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's up there, on the pilot seat. Like that, he got everything, the exclusives, luxury. He owned the plane. But Calvin Austin up there in that first class level, he ran a 4.3, and then he translating that in training camp so far in the field. Last year he was out the entire season because of that foot injury. But this year he looks healthier, he looks hungry, and he looks feisty, and he looks dangerous. He can go out there and make some big time plays. I can't wait to see him go out there and perform at a good level. Another thing too, like I saw as well, was just like how promising and how determined and how promising the team look as well. Because like I thought last year we kind of overhyped ourselves a little bit. And I was overhyping myself a little bit too. I mentioned the videos last year. I was saying, like, remember Mr. Trubisky got signed to the team. I was like, it would be cool. It's solid. It's cool. I was hoping for Marcus Mariota or Jameis Winston or anybody like that. But I take Trubisky. And I was kind of overhyping him, saying, well, Trubisky can do this, he can do that. And in my back of my head, I was like, it's not gonna work. But then we seen Kenny Pickett come in, and we was like, okay, we're gonna see Kenny Pickett go. I wasn't sold on Kenny Pickett entirely yet, like that. I feel like I'm like, maybe like that. Like, of course I know he can go out there and just be like a super dominant QB his first rookie year. That's like rarely sometimes, but I wanted to see like that in those clutch moments, in those situations. And like with the Dolphins game, we threw the interception, and some other games, we like, and then we seen the second half of the season, we kind of like had a few games underneath his belt. He was like, okay, I'm getting kind of used to this NFL speed a little bit. And we've seen him in clutch situations when the Steelers playoff hopes was on the line and the season was on the line as well. And keeping the winning season as well was on the line. And we was like, oh, here we go. We're going to see what happens. And then Kenny Pickett went out there and delivered. Like, okay, that's what I want to see. I don't care about the stats and the numbers. I want to see in those situations when the game is on the line. I don't care if you threw 4 interceptions that game, but you make that one game winning drive to help us win the game in the end. That's what I care about. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is a W. No one will talk about you if you win. Oh, he lost the game, but he had 500 passing yards. Nobody care about that. Tom Brady threw 500 passing yards in the Super Bowl versus the Eagles. Do anybody talk about that? Not really. They talk about the Eagles beating Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So I feel like you just got to win the game. The W is the main statistic, the only statistic that matter in football. And Kenny Pickett went out there and showed you they can win games. And I'm all in on him. I'm all in on him like that. He's on our team, so I'm always gonna support the players on our team. Be all in on him, and hopefully we can get to the playoffs this year and make some noise. I like George Pickens too, saying that he emulates AJ Green. That's a perfect comparison actually, because they have like similar body styles a little bit. Taller, vertical down the field, athletic, a little slender like too as well. I think George Pickens might have a little bit more weight on him, and maybe a little bit more physical. But AJ Green had a good career, very good career. He had like 10,000 receiving yards, had a very good career with the Bengals, was 6 or 7-time Pro Bowler, went out there and played amazing football. The injuries caught up to him a little bit because he played the Bengals for a long time, and the Bengals was kind of in the had moments where he was all right when they went 12-4, Andy Dalton and the other stuff, but he kind of had moments where he was like down too. So he was like in between. He never really had that shine, that extra limelight that he was deserving because he played very good with them. Kind of like Chad Johnson too. Chad Ochocinco had a very good career as well like that, but he didn't get the love that he deserved because he played with the Bengals and they wasn't winning a lot of games, but he was out there performing at the highest levels. But AJ Green is a perfect comparison for George Pickens. If he becomes like AJ Green, that's gonna be very good for us. That's gonna be a guy who's AJ Green. I don't know if he'll make the Hall of Fame, but he can be up there in the Hall of Very Good like that. I feel like the injuries never caught to him in the end. He probably could be up there in the Hall of Fame level, like because he had some very good seasons, some very good career on entirety. So yeah, that's a good comparison right there. But that's really all I got for this video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. But I'm just liking what I'm seeing for training camp. The guys just looking promising, looking determined, and looking to make a statement. The Steelers' name has been tarnished far too long. They put our name through the mud, through the dirt, saying that we're not the same franchise we once was, saying we ain't got it anymore, saying that we can't go out there and win a big one. They talking about our coaching to be fired. They saying that Kenny Pickett is a draft bust. Najee Harris is gonna fall off eventually. They're saying all these guys are not ready. And I hope we take all that consideration and hope we use that as fuel, as fire, so we can get back on the field and go out there and show them why we are not only one of the best, but in my opinion, the best franchise. Is a little biased, of course, but the best franchise in the NFL, the 6-time Super Bowl champions. The stairway to 7 is we on our way to that. So hopefully we can get there. And hopefully we can make something happen like that. But I don't know if it'll be this year, but I got a good feeling that this year gonna be something special, something to build off of for next year. And hopefully it is this year. Hopefully, you never know. It could be this year. So we go out there and play our hardest and put our hearts into it and keep grinding and keep staying level-headed and staying accountable as well. We're gonna be ready. But I see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.